Every week I got a new chapter of novels or serials, new films or internet information, YouTube, things like that.
What if you couldn't get online? You knew that the internet was out there, but you couldn't access it, afford it, or just simply make it work. If you're in Cuba, that's probably your reality. But there's one thing about Cubans. They're never easily deterred. They're the masters of the workaround. And perhaps their most ingenious workaround has been inventing their own version of internet access. It's called El Paquete Semanal, or the weekly package. So we're walking around the streets right now in Havana Vieja to try to find out where El Paquete is. El Paquete is the weekly internet. These folks, they download the internet, they put it on the hard drive, and it's distributed through the island. I think in about 48 hours, 90% of the residents of Cuba have their weekly internet on this hard drive. But for most Cubans, private internet is illegal. You can't get it in your homes or businesses. You have to go to a government hotspot. These are typically public parks and some fancy hotel lobbies. Yet here's the deal, it's crazy expensive. We're talking between $1.50 and $4 an hour. That's pricey anywhere in the world. But here, the average salary is $25 to $30 a month, so it makes it virtually impossible. And even when you empty out your wallet for some Wi-Fi, it's super slow. We're in one of the nicest hotels in Havana right now to get online. Get online with your government Atesca card. Just did a speed test and that's what we got. And that's actually fast. That's the fastest speed that I've actually seen. At my house I'm doing about 80 megabits per second download, so one is a lot slower. This isn't how it's supposed to be here. What I mean is, Cubans have a history of being tech savvy. They were the early adopters. In the 1950s, Cuba was one of the top consumers of technology in the Northern Hemisphere. Back then, they led the way in television ownership per capita. Today, they still love their TVs, but all the channels are state-run. And they only have a few hours of original programming a day. All traditional media, radio, printed papers, and magazines are run by the state as well. And while the government may have been content with the internet revolution passing them by, as I said, the Cuban people aren't as easily deterred. So that brings us back to El Paquete. In the middle of that market gap, a collection of entrepreneurs have invented their own offline internet.
This cut is fresh.
In my neighborhood, we had a friend every Saturday. We bring the package in an external hard disk, and we plug it on my laptop, and I download all what I need, like novels, films, shows, and I have to pay him for 1 ZZ for all what I need to take. After when he finished with me, he do the same thing with all the neighbors. That's the way to get it.
Bueno, hay ciertos lugares aquí que las personas, por ejemplo, tú vas, le llevas una memoria y ahí te graban el disco de paquete de la semana, yo quiero tal serie, esta serie, lo que quiera grabar, lo que quiera ver.
Toda Cuba necesita el paquete, lo consume, lo ve, es como nuestro Hulu, nuestro Netflix.
Liam, the guy who looks like he's in a boy band? Well, he is. And he actually uses El Paquete for a different purpose, to get his music out. It's the best way because he can't just put it online, and since iTunes is banned because of the embargo.
Generalmente el paquete es una vía fundamental para todos los artistas de promocionarnos, ya que todo Cuba no tiene alcances a redes sociales, o somos uno de los países que menos alcances a redes sociales tienen, y el internet se te hace muy difícil.
So we're gonna try to talk to the guy that actually puts the paquete together. Holy shit, it looks like a bombed out building. Feels like what I guess is Cuba's version of a hacker in a garage. Turns out Camilo is actually renovating his place. He's an engineer for his day job, but then he shows me what he does to make a real living, to pay for the fancy improvements he's making.
Yo cada semana, por lo menos el pedazo que me toca de trabajo como tal, es la parte de la promoción de los artistas cubanos. Y algún que otro negocio, ya sea aplicaciones o revistas que quieran darse la promoción en el paquete. Ahí puedes encontrar todo lo imaginable que no estén prohibidas, como por decirlo así. No ponemos pornografía ni cosas contrarrevolucionarias.
I want to know how many distributors there are.
A ver, si ahora ustedes salen a la calle, en la otra cuadra hay uno. 2 cuadras hacia abajo hay otro más. Si sigues caminando hasta San Lázaro, en la misma esquina hay otro más. Son muchos.
While this is all black market and impossible to track, it could be Cuba's biggest private employer. So, of course, the logical next step for my director and I is to see if we can get one of these things. ¿Conoce el paquete?
De la semana, videos,
Sí,
música.
sí.
If they know where we could get one, we wanted to buy one tonight.
En la noche, sí, Lili se puede conseguir. Memoria, disco duro.
No CD, disco duro.
Sí, disco. Okay, we're
9.
9? En la noche?
9 o'clock.
Okay. ¿Está bien? Yeah. Camilo and Chachi and Julio were helpful in understanding El Paquete, but we still wanted to know who was at the epicenter of this whole operation. My Cuban crew helped me locate one of the top entrepreneurs putting it together. His name is Yuri, and he agrees to meet with us.
Ya yo soy parte de la parte que revoluciona el paquete, creando secciones nuevas, que actualmente todavía sigo creando secciones para que todo sea más organizado, más centrado en todo lo que es el audiovisual. Cinematografía, economía, física, fotografía, idiomas, está la famosa Khan Academy.
It's still a mystery where Yuri and his team downloads the content. The speed at the official government hotspots often compares to late 90s old school dial-up. Nonetheless, he's pulling it off, but he tells me he does have competition. There are 3 or 4 major paquete suppliers, so he has to make sure he's giving the market what they ask for.
La gente me pide lo que quiere ver. Por el correo me pide, me sugiere.
Yet, Yuri has a bigger vision for El Paquete.
El futuro que yo le estoy dando la vuelta es a la producción, ¿no? Estamos preparándonos para crear audiovisual cubano y poquito a poco dejar de depender de esa información.
The reality is that up until the package, Cubans only had access to state-run TV, state-run radio, and state-run newspapers. I don't think Yuri even recognizes the influence he is having. As I press him, he concedes that the package is even a more vital source of information for people in the countryside.
¿Qué pasa con las provincias? Parece que en las provincias no hay la internet, nunca hubo la internet como en Ciudad Habana. Siempre han dependido de La Habana para el paquete.
I thank Yuri and decide that I need to go to the countryside and see what El Paquete means there. I get to meet Raúl on his ranch in Viñales.
Yo voy, una película, una decisión, un caso cerrado, lo cojo, pero no es una adición a eso, como un montón de personas que ya están pendientes del paquete. Todos los días, ¿qué salió? ¿Qué hay? ¿Qué ahora? No, yo no. Este 80% de las personas ya es como, tienen como un domicilio, como el que te lleva el pan, como el que te lleva la leche, te lleva el paquete.
One thing that I have found about Cubans is that they just figure it out, and that's everything that they've been doing now for 60 years. And that's one of the things that makes them such great entrepreneurs is that, you know, starting a business is you just always have to come up with solutions because every day a new obstacle is thrown in front of them. And so they have this skill, it's like innately inside of them, and El Paquete is one of those examples that I think blows me away about how these people just continue to find a solution for everything.